Welcome back to the C8 Corvette part 17. And in the last tutorial, we were trying to mirror this over, but obviously we thickened it. So let's take off that thicken from this surface. So thicken 18. So delete that. And we're not going to mirror it over just yet because I also want to add a little bit of a profile to this, so it's facing down, so the drag it. Let's jump over to appearances and remove this black appearance here. Let me just check something. Yeah, all right. And then basically we're going to create this front section here. So if you jump into this picture, we want to create that inner surface so that that thing goes in. It gets a bit smaller, not too much. So to do that, we're going to hide this body, and then we're going to offset this surface here. So let's jump to the surface and offset that surface, and we're going to offset it 10 millimeters. So press OK on that, and then we're going to hide this front section here, and then come into here to this surface, and we want to close up this line. So let's jump to another 3D spline from this point to this point. And let's just add a tangency to that curvature. Tangency. And then this line, control this line, and add a tangency to that curvature there. And let's jump to surfaces here and exit the sketch. And then fill surface, and let's select this line here and these edges. And that will close up our surface here. Add tangency to that surface contacts, so press OK on that. So now we have this beautiful face here. All right, and it's all tangent with the other faces. So the next thing we want to do is jump into the right plane, sketch on that right plane, normal to profile, and then we want to convert these entities. Press OK on that. And we want to offset these entities. So we're going to offset it with 3 millimeter. And we're going to offset these ones. We're going to offset it reverse. And that's a good size there. So press OK on that. And we're going to cut out the outer lines here. And then press OK on that. So that's good. All right. So now we have this other section here that we can create our surface to. So let's jump into surfaces here, trim surface, and trim out this inner surface. Press OK. And now we want to bring back the front part of that section. And then let's bring back that front area. That's all we need to show for now. And then let's jump in here and then add these boundaries to these edges. Okay, so we want to go from this edge to this edge and this edge to this edge to. So let's create from this edge to that edge. Press OK on that. And from this line to this line, and for direction 2, we're going to use this edge here. And now again, boundary surface from this line edge to that line. Direction 2 is this edge here. And then come down here in this area and boundary surface from this line to this line. And then we want to flip these connectors if they're twisted. So twisted and direction 2 to this edge there. Okay. And we want to create another one, which is the front section here. So let's grab a 3D sketch line from this point and down to this point, and just add these tangencies onto this face. So control and select that tangency, and then select that line, hold control, and then tangency. Okay, so now we have that line there. And let's select again surfaces, boundary surface, and let's select this line with this line here. And for direction tools, we're going to select these two edges there. So this line there, and then this line here. Okay, press OK. Okay, so that's good. And then we're going to knit these surfaces together. So let's just knit these inner surfaces. Okay, do not knit the back part or the front part. And yes, we can hide this back section now. All right, and maybe we can hide this one as well. And that is good. Okay, and then it does have a offset, so it looks pretty good. All right. So the next selection, the next thing we're going to do is we want to create a bracket in this section here, a smaller bracket where we can create our honeycomb structure. And let's look at the picture. So if you look into those holes, you can see that there is a bracket going around that. And of course, we still need to create that, but that's a very easy surface to create. You probably created it already. Right. So we want to create that honeycomb structure. So let's hide the front face here for a second so we can see a lot better. Okay, so let's go to surfaces here, offset surface, and let's offset it with 1 millimeter. And let's offset these surfaces, and then maybe we're going to try 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5 looks pretty good actually for the bracket. So let's go with that. And then we're going to hide this outer surface, and we still have the inner surface, which is going to be our bracket and our hide that one as well, a bracket and our honeycomb structure. And then we want to cut a little bit off of this. So we're going to keep the front section of it, or maybe we're going to keep the back section of it and cut some of it from the front section here. So let's jump to the top view. Let's jump to the top view here for a second. It's nice and twisted. And then we want to cut off from the top. So let's try something like this and see what surface will give us. So trim surface, that's going to be a trim tool, and we're going to trim out this front section here. Okay, and that will give us a nice bracket here. All right. We can also thicken it a little bit and add fillets onto it, but let's see. All right, so we need to create this honeycomb structure here, and it's just going to be one line, two lines. So it's two lines, this horizontal, and two lines vertical. It's two lines like that. Well, we're going to mirror over, but these two lines like that in this direction. Is going something like this in a diagonal way. So let's have a look from the front. And then, yeah. Let's have a look at it again. So one goes from here and one goes from there. Okay, so let's do that. Let's jump to 3D sketch, and then let's grab a center line, and then we're gonna go from somewhere in the middle to somewhere in the middle here. Well, that point went all the way up into space. So let's delete that. Okay, so let's add some points first to the surface. There's going to be one here, and there's going to be one here. And then let's have a look at the picture. Yeah. And then there's going to be one here and one here. All right. And we can still play with these lines afterwards. So let's grab the center lines now and just go from point to point. Connect the dots. All right. From point to point. And jump to the front here now. And let's just adjust these lines. Okay. Something like that. And then if you jumped into, just adjust a little bit on that line as well. So it's somewhat straight. Okay. And then let's have a look at the picture. Yeah, a little bit on that side and that side. So we need to add some more points for our second lines. One here, one here, one here, one here. So yeah, so let's connect these lines now with the center line, and then just connect from this point to this point, another center line from this point to this point here. And let's adjust these lines so they are maybe the same size. It's kind of. Okay. And let's have a look at from the top that we are just straight. And then, yeah, we are almost straight. Right. So let's put it somewhere in the middle. Right. Same size. We want to create the same size here. So something like that. It's the same size. Okay. And let's just move this a little bit closer. Something like that. And then, of course, now we just have to create the points. Same thing that we did with the other one on the other honeycomb structure. Yeah, it takes time. So we're going to do 1, 2. So 1, 2. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be 6 lines. And it starts from this one starts from 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So let's grab these points and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one goes 1. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So let's grab now our line. So we're gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I'm probably on the line, probably not. Let's pull that all the way up to the point. And now we are coincident. And let's check if we are on the lines. And we are on the lines. All right. So let's jump into here. And let me just say we are recording. That's good. And let's grab that line again and then start from this point. Let's take out that line from this point to these points. All right. That looks pretty good actually. So it's gonna go something like that. And pull this down a little bit. And that is perfect. All right. So there's going to be lines going this direction. 1, 2, and there's going to be lines going that direction. So let's create those lines. Well, afterwards, right? So let's add some fillets. It's going to be, let's try just 1. And then let's try 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. Right, so and this line, this corner as well, and then all the way down, and then this one. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can. So choose all lines, and then we will register for the fillets. Press OK. So yeah, once we have these fillets in, so let's jump into, and we're going to add a direction to these extrudes. And like last time, we're going to exit the sketch, and we're gonna grab a brand new center line, and we want to add the center line from this point to in the Z and X direction, not Y. So press Tab, Z and X. So we're going to pull that honeycomb a little bit this way, or maybe straight this way. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. So jump into surfaces and extrude these sketches. For direction, we're going to use this one, and for corners, we're going to use our from sketch plane. That's going to be a direction. So let's select these 3D sketches here. It's going to be this one for counters. Let's try that one more time. Let's jump into here, exit the sketch, and then edit the sketch, exit the sketch, extrude surface. So yeah, exit the whole sketch and select the sketch here. And for direction, let's select this ones as well. And for direction, let's select a line. And yeah, we didn't create a face plane this time to um, extrude to, so we're just going to extrude it on a blind, because it's not going to be closed off anyways. That's I moved that for accident. So exit the sketch. Let's do that one more time. So extrude and select the sketches. Click down here and select this one as well. For direction is going to be that line. And then let's do mid plane and something like that. And we're gonna go blind on this one. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah. And press OK. All right. And then and it goes all the way down. And let's just do a quick trim here. For trim tool, let's use this edge, and let's remove these small pieces here. And then this one, and this one. Press OK. All right, and let's thicken these surfaces. Oh, that would be too much, right? 0.5, 0.3 we did last time, so 0.3. And then try mid, just one end, and the other one. Press OK on that. And then, yes, that's at 0.3 as well. So thicken these surfaces as well. Or let's do to the other end. So thicken to the other side. Press OK. And then we're looking good on both ends here. All right. Okay, so next thing we need to do again is grab these edges here. Okay, so we're gonna come in here and grab the 3D lines, and then we're gonna go from this point to this surface. Let's add some points, and we will move those points. So that's going to be here, and then one going to be here, and one going to be down here, and then one going to be here, here, and down here. Okay, let's see these points. And then let's check these lines, if we can add these lines now. So let's grab these lines from this point to that. Oh, don't tell me. All right, we have to add some points under those ones as well. Okay, so let's add these points onto these fillets areas. And we're going to add one over here, add one over there, and then here one, here, and there. And let's just connect these dots. with the line. Okay. So I see you back when I connected all these lines. So on the midsection here, I added some more points onto the surfaces and I connected these lines as well. So let's exit the sketch. And now let's jump back into surfaces and extrude these sketches. And let's use all the sketch lines. We don't want the points. And for direction, we're gonna use this line. And this time we're gonna go up to surface and we're gonna go, we're going to choose mid plane and we're going to up to this surface here. All right, let's just choose up to, let's just choose blind here. And then pull it in. Maybe we can pull it in a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. And press OK on that. Okay, and then we're just going to add our thickens on the surfaces. But before, we need to cut some of these sticking out bits here. So let's go to trim surface, use this as a trim tool, and get rid of all these small pieces here. Something like that. Okay, and then where did our molder go? There you go. Let's see something else. We cut that one, cut that one. That's okay. And now let's thicken these faces. All right, so let me check if it's still recording. We are. All right, so thicken this one, try mid plane or the other end. That's good. And thicken this one as well. Thicken this one. And this one is on here. Okay, I'm very happy with this one. And then let's bring back our bodies here. Or before we do that, let's see these lines here. And I want to make a better cut possibly from this point here. Maybe let's have a look at the picture. Yes, I probably want to do a better cut on that one. So let's jump to the top here first. And then let's jump to, we're going to create a sketch on the top plane here. And then yeah, let's just grab a spline here. If we can grab that spline from this point and go from here maybe down here, and come down here, and cut like that. So surface, trim surface, and trim this out. Press OK, and that looks a lot better now. Okay, so that looks good. Right, so let's bring back some of our surfaces, or whatever we can. So we don't want a back surface of that. We want the front surface. And then we want those inner bodies here. So let's find that boundary. That's the one. And now let's find the our car. Bring back the whole thing. And then we are in fact pretty good. Okay. So we can thicken these body here. So let's go to the outside and 0.3 on that. That's just 0.2, 0.2. Try mid plane. Try the outside again. Try the inside. 0.1, 0.1 to the outside. And that won't do it. So we're just gonna leave this bracket here like now, and probably we're going to update it later on. Okay, so let's mirror this honeycomb over to the other end. So jump into features here and not intersect. We want the mirror. So mirror plane is going to be our front plane here, and then we're going to mirror over this. I want to mirror over the whole thing, so I don't know why. This one here, this section, this one, and this one, and this one, and press OK. All right, we got the honeycombs all the way on that. And then now I want to mirror over these inner surface bodies. So we're going to on the front plane, I believe. Yes, on the front plane. And bodies to mirror this section here. That's perfect. All right, so we got all that section in. That's good. So let's knit this front face to these surface bodies as well. So jump to knit and this front face to these bodies here and this bodies here. So press OK on that. And then now let's add back our fillet to these corners here. Not 10 probably. Let's try 3 on that. Try 10 actually. 10 probably works. It does. And let's try that on both corners. And press OK on that. And that looks fantastic. All right. So at this point, let's hide this line here. Okay, and then let's save our model. And then let's take off these lines. And then let's mirror over this to the other end as well. Mirror, and then front plane and then bodies to mirror is going to be this surface here. Okay, and then let's just copy this appearance, copy appearance, and then paste appearance on that body. And let's paste appearance onto these bodies here. Mirror, and to these bodies here. Paste that. Thicken. Paste. Body. Paste. Body. And then paste to that body. The brackets. And then these last two bits here. Okay, and this surface. And these brackets. And this one down here. And yeah, we're looking pretty good so far. So let's see this section here. And then let's add an appearance of plastic high gloss. Let's try gray on the whole body. Or let's try green. And let's jump into appearance and edit these appearance. And make this appearance, try different colors on them. So try dark gray. Yes, okay. So dark gray looks already good. So let's go to plastic high gloss. And let's try black on this front section here. And we're looking fantastic. Okay. And then copy appearance. Let's try to put that in there. That would be too dark. Okay. So we're going to leave this tutorial here. And then I'm going to see you back on tutorial 18. So, and then that tutorial we finish up with the lower lip, and then we get onto the top section and create the rest of the headlight body parts, and then create the headlight, and then we possibly move on to the rest of the car. So I see you in tutorial 18.